Yo, what's up? I'm back with part 2 of my Toad pixel art tutorial. So, let's get straight into this. So, first off, we're going to start with the left side, the bottom left side of the pixel art. So, we're going to head to these 4 sets of 3s I had to place in part 1 of the tutorial series. So, what we're going to do is go to the last set of it, the 4th set of it, so starting from there, the right side, the right block of it. So starting from there, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 2 blocks. So that's 1, 2. Place a block. Now we're going to be placing 1 block going down to the right. So that's 1. Now 3 blocks going down to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now place 4 blocks going down to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now place 6 blocks going down to the right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I place 3 blocks going down to the left, so that's 1, 2, 3, switching sides. Now 2 blocks going down to the left, that's 1, 2. Now 3 blocks going diagonal down to the left, that's 1, 2, and 3. These. Now 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the lower level to the left, so that's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Here these. Now place 2 sets of 3s going horizontal on the lower level to the left. So that's 2 sets of 3s. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 2. 2 sets of 3. Here are these. Now place 1 block going down to the left to finish this off. That's 1. So that you make contact with the ground exactly like this. Go ahead and pause the video now if you need to adjust and compare. So now we're going to continue from here by placing 1 block going up to the left. So that's 1. Now 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. Now, 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1 and 2 to finish this off. So it should look like this. Now we're going to go ahead and switch to our spruce planks. Let's get our spruce planks out. Now we're going to go ahead and trace this entire outline. Trace it all around here. So just go ahead and do that now. So just do that right now. So it should look exactly like this so far. So now we're going to go ahead and fill this little area here. So today, the way we're going to do this is we're going to switch to our oak wood planks, and then we're going to use birch planks, and we're going to use sand, and then we're going to use snow, which is right here. So we're going to use all 5 of these blocks here to fill this little area here. To do that, we're going to switch to the oak planks, and we actually don't need the spruce planks for right now, so you can put that away anyway. So now we're going to go ahead and use the oak planks. First, we're going to use the placement blocks. So starting next to this spruce plank right here, starting on the left side of it. So starting from there, we're going to be placing 4 placements going to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now switch to the oak planks. So starting from the left side of the placements. So from there, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal up to the left. So that's 3 blocks. That's 1, 2, and 3. It should look like this. Now we're going to get rid of the placements. Now, starting from here, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going up to the left. That's 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that placement. Back up. Now place 1 block going up to the right. So that's 1. Now 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 3 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3. Now 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 2 sets of 2s. So that's 1, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 2. That's 2 sets of 2s. Here are these placements. And then we're going to be placing 7 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 7 blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here, placement, head it back over. And we're going to be placing 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 2 sets of 2s. 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. And then to finish this off, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going diagonal up to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it should make contact with the middle block of these 3 blocks. So I had to place going down to the left of the 6. So it should look exactly like this so far. Make sure it looks exactly like this. Now we're going to go ahead and fill these 2 empty spaces here, of course, staying within the outline. So let's go ahead and fill these 2 areas, and it shouldn't take too long. So we're just going to fill this anyways. So yeah. Alright, next, we're going to use the birch planks after this. And, yeah. Alright, let's go ahead, and once you're done filling it, it should look like that. Now we're going to go ahead and use the birch planks. Now with the birch planks, we're going to count 3 blocks in from the left side of this oak plank right here, the very bottom here. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Starting from here, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going diagonal up to the left. That's 1, 2, and 3. So it should look like this. Placements. Now we're going to be placing 4 blocks going up to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to be placing 4 blocks going diagonal up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to be placing 4 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 4 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Placement. And then we're going to be placing 4 sets of 2s going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 4 sets of 2s. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. That's 4 sets of 2s. So these. And then we're going to be placing, let's see, 9 blocks going diagonal down to the right up to the right to finish this off. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's 9 blocks going diagonal up to the right, and it should also make contact with these 3 right here. But it's at the top, that's the only difference. It's the 3 at the top, that's the only difference. So here are these placements now. Now everything should look exactly like this so far. Go ahead and pause the video now to compare. So now we're going to switch to the snow block. Now with the snow block, we're going to go ahead and hug the outline, or trace the outline. So, I'll show you the start. So this is the start right here. So these 6 blocks right here. So let's just place those 6 right there. 6 right there. And then the end point will be right here at these 3, at the last set of the 4 sets of 3s here. So now we're going to go ahead and trace the entire outline going all the way up to the right from here, the 6 or whatever. So let's go ahead and do that now. Shouldn't take too long. And once you've done that, it should look exactly like this. So now we're going to go ahead and kind of time-lapse this. So pay close attention, or I'm not going to time-lapse it. I might just cut this out. So we're going to go ahead and fill this area here, staying within the outline, in between the birch planks, the black concrete, and the snow outline. So we're going to go ahead and fill this in with sand, and we're going to switch to the birch planks. Now with the birch planks, we're going to stay within the outline, of course, and fill this little area here, staying within the outline on the right side. I'm going to fill this in with the birch. Okay, so again, this area sand, this area birch planks. And when you're done filling it in, it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and switch back to our black concrete. We're going to go ahead and put these 4 blocks away for right now. We're just going to switch to the black concrete again. And with the black concrete, we're going to go ahead and finish this little outline, the little jaw outline for Toad. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and go to these 2 blocks that I had you place, going horizontal from these 2 sets of 3s here that I had you place. So starting with the right blocks, aside from there, we're going to be placing 2 sets of 3s going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 2 sets of 3s. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. That's 2 sets of 3s. These. Now from here, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. These. We're going to get rid of that. Now place 5 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now place 6 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 6 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to be placing, looks like 11. Yeah, that's 11 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 blocks. Let's get rid of placement. Put it back over. Now place 5 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 5 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now place 4 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 5. That's 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place 2 sets of 3s going horizontal on the upper level to the right to finish this off. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 2. So it should make contact with these 4 sets of 2s that you placed in part 1 of this tutorial. If it does, then you were doing everything correctly so far. So it should look exactly like this. So that's the jaw line closed. So now we're going to go ahead and work on this entire bottom area. for right now. So we're going to go ahead and to start off with that, we're going to go ahead and go to these two sets of threes I had to place right next to these three sets of twos, theoretically. So starting from the first set of the two sets of threes I had to place, starting underneath the middle blocks, so here we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. That's 1 and 2. Now place 2 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2. Now place 6 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to be placing 2 sets of 5s going down to the left. That's 2 sets of 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. That's 2 sets of 5s. Now we're going to be placing 3 sets of 4s going down to the left. That's 3 sets of 4s to finish this little outline off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. That's 4 sets of 3s and should make contact with the ground like this. So go ahead and pause the video now if you need to, just to compare. So now we're going to go ahead and fill this area as well. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and use the blue blocks. So lapis lazuli block, the blue concrete, the blue wool, and the obsidian. So we're going to use all 4 of these blocks. And we're going to start with the darkest. We're going to start from darkest to lightest. So we're going to use obsidian first. And to start off with the obsidian, we're going to go over to these 3 blocks going diagonal I had to place. Right next to these 2 sets of 2s I had to place. So underneath the 3rd block I had to place. Starting from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going down. So that's 1 and 2. Like this. Now we're placing 3 blocks going down to the left to finish this off. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to go ahead and fill this area here with the obsidian. So we'll go ahead and do that now. I'm going to time lapse it because it's not that big. So once you're done filling it in, it should look like that. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the top of this entire area. So we're going to go to the 2 blocks going horizontal that I had to place, that I had to go to like a million times. So from here, on the left block of these 2 this time, to start from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across, or 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. That's 1 and 2. So it should look like this. Now we're going to be placing a linked 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's a linked 2. That's 1 and 2. So that's the first ever time I've used the linked blocks. So it should look like that. So now we're going to be placing 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So that's 1 and 2. So it should look like this. Now we're done with the obsidian for this area anyways. So now we're going to switch to the blue concrete now. So with the blue concrete, we're going to go ahead and start with on top of these 6 black concretes I had to place. So on top of these 6 right here, starting from there, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to be placing 4 blocks going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place a linked 2 blocks going up to the left. That's 1 and 2. And then to finish this off, we're going to put 1 extra block to the left side of the top block of these 2. So we're going to put that there. So it should look exactly like this. I'm going to pause the video if you need to, just to compare. So now we're going to go over to the right, go to the obsidians actually. We're going to go ahead and go from here. So from the under this first obsidian here. So starting from there, we're going to be placing 1 block. That's 1. And we're going to trace the outline going all the way down to these 4 black concretes here. So we're going to stop here. So let's go all the way back up, and we're going to go ahead and trace the outline going all the way down, going all the way down like this. So it should look exactly like that. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and go to the bottom of the 6 here, this same 6 that we used. So starting from here, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's quite a few linked blocks here, so pay close attention. So underneath these 3, actually, we're going to be placing 3 blocks. So it's 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to be placing a linked set of 2 sets of 2s. Now a linked 2 sets of 2s going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. So it should look exactly like this. Now we're going to put a blue concrete next to that on the left side of the bottom block of those 2. So it should look exactly like this. Go ahead and pause the video now if you need to, just to compare. So now we're going to go ahead and head over to the second set of these 2 sets of 5s I had to place with the black concrete and with the blue concrete. So we're going to focus on the blue concrete for right now. So from here, with the placement block, you're going to be placing 1 placement block. So that's 1. So switching to the the blue concrete, starting next to, or the left side of the placement, you're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the left. That's 1 and 2. So it should look like, that's what it should look like. Let's get rid of that placement. And starting on the left side of the two that we just placed, so starting from there, on top of it, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going up. That's 1 and 2. And then on the top block of these two here that we just placed, starting from there, we're going to be placing 1 block going horizontal to the right. So that's 1. So it should look like this. So we basically made a C. So now we're going to go ahead and switch to our placement block. So on top, starting on the right side of the block that we just placed, starting from here, with the placement block, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going up. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now switching to the blue concrete. Now starting on top of the 4 placements here we placed, so starting from here, we're going to be placing 5 blocks going up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get these placements. Get back up. So starting on the 4th block that we just placed, on the 5 that we just placed, so starting here, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to be placing a linked 2 blocks going up to the left. That's 1 and 2. So it should look exactly like this so far. Go ahead and pause the video now if you need to adjust, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and put away the blue concrete for now, and we're going to use the lapis lazuli block, or the lapis block. So with the lapis block, we're going to go ahead and go over to these 3 blue concretes I had to place underneath these 3 blue black concretes. So starting from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going down. So that's 1 and 2. So now we're going to be placing I linked 3 sets of 3s going up to the right. So it's a linked 3 sets of 3s. That's 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 3. So it should look exactly like this so far. Of course, you don't need a placement if you're saying linked. So it should look like that. Alright, to finish off the lapis block, I'm going to go ahead and use the placement block, and we're going to go into the same lane we just started with the lapis block. So starting from here with the placement block, place 2 blocks going out. That's 1 and 2. So let's switch to the lapis block, starting underneath it, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going out. That's 1 and 2. So it should look like this. Here are the placements. Now place a linked 3 blocks going up to the right, but it's going to be diagonal. I linked 3 blocks going diagonal to the right. So that's 1, 2, and 3. So it should look like this. It's hard to explain what it was. So anyways, we're going to be placing a linked 2 sets of 3s going up to the right now. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. So it should look like this. So a linked set of 3 sets of 2s is what I should say, because there's 2 here, you know. So now we're going to be placing a linked 4 blocks going up to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that finishes off that line. So it should look exactly like this so far. So now we're going to go ahead and put away the lapis block for now, and we're going to use the blue wool. Now with the blue wool, we're going to go ahead and fill this entire area here, including this area here, the blue wool. Go ahead and do that now while I cut this out. And when you're done filling it in, it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and put away the blue wool for now. And we're going to go ahead and switch back to the black concrete. Now with the black concrete, we're going to go ahead and go over to these 5 black concretes I just placed. So from the left side of these 5, so starting from here, we're going to be placing what it looks like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to be placing 9 blocks going down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 blocks. Now we're going to be placing 10 blocks going down to the left. So that's 10. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 blocks. Let's get that placement. Get back down. So now we're replacing, I think there's another 10, yeah, so another 10 blocks going down to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So theoretically, 2 sets of 10s going down to the left. So it should look exactly like this. So theoretically, it's 2 sets of 10s. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and work on these 2 areas, theoretically, because you got this one. So now we're going to go ahead and use the yellow concrete powder, the yellow wool, yellow concrete, and the yellow terracotta. We're going to use all 4 of these. So to do this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the darkest color. So that is also most simple in this area. So from here with the yellow concrete, starting from this area here, we're just going to fill the area in with yellow concrete, or terracotta. Now we're going to be placing 3 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. And then place 4 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's done. Now the yellow terracotta is completely done for this area. Now I'm going to use and we're switched to the yellow concrete. Now with the yellow concrete, we're going to go ahead and just trace this outline here. use this yellow terracotta outline. And we're also going to trace the outline going all the way down to the left side of these 10, well, these 10 here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Now it should look exactly like this so far. Now we're going to go ahead and use the yellow concrete powder, and to be honest with you, the yellow concrete powder, it acts like sand, so I'm going to have to use a placement block or a yellow wool or something, because the yellow wool, we're going to fill in the rest afterwards. So, starting with the yellow concrete powder, I'm going to go ahead and go to this area right here. Go to the very bottom of the area, so starting from here on the left side, very bottom left side corner, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to be placing 4 blocks going up to the right with the yellow. We're gonna use placement blocks with yellow for yellow wool. We're gonna use yellow wool for our placement now, and we're not gonna get rid of it because you want it to stay on. You want it to stay there, you know. So now we're gonna be placing other 4 blocks going up to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna be placing 5 blocks going up to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're placing another 5, actually. Should have said it's 2 sets of 5s. And now we're going to be placing 7 blocks going up to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to fill that area in with the yellow concrete powder. So now we're done with the yellow concrete powder for this area anyways. We're also done with the yellow concrete. Alright, we're going to switch to the yellow wool. We're going to go ahead and fill this entire area here with the yellow wool. I'm not gonna edit this because why not? It's not that big of an area if you think about it. So I'm just gonna not edit this part. So yeah, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna go and fill this in and work on the next part. So the next part is I don't know. We'll see. So when you're done filling it in, it should look like this. So now we're gonna go ahead and put away the yellow wool for now, and we're gonna go ahead and work on the right side. Actually, no, not the right side. We're just going to go from left to right. So I'm going to go ahead and go to these 10 blocks I had to place. So starting from the 4th block right here. I'm going to count with the placement blocks to make it easier. So this is 4th block. So 1, 2, 3 on top of the ground, like this, with the placement blocks. And then starting on top of this, or starting here, we're going to be placing 5 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here are these. Now we're going to be placing 7 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now place 9 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now place 16 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we're going to be placing 9 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 9 blocks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we're going to be placing 6 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now starting underneath the right block of these 6 blocks I had to place, so starting from here, we're going to be placing 1 block. That's 1. So now we're placing 2 blocks going down to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Now we're replacing 1 block going down to the right to finish this off. So it should look exactly like this. It should make contact with the ground, of course. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the 6 blocks going across, going back to it anyways. So starting from here, starting on top of the 5th block I had to place, so starting from here, we're replacing 3 blocks going up. So that's 1 and 2 and 3. Now we're replacing 2 blocks going up to the left. So that's 1 and 2. Now 3 blocks going up to the left. 1, 2, 3. Now 2 sets of 2s going up to the left, 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 2. Now 3 blocks going up to the left, that's 1, 2, 3. Now 2 sets of 3s, no, 3 sets of 2s going up to the left, that's 2 sets of 3s. No, 3 sets of 2s, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, I can't speak. Now 1 block going up to the left, that's 1. Now 2 blocks going up to the left, that's 1, 2. Now 2 blocks going diagonal up to the left to finish this off. So that's 1 and 2. So you make contact with the second set of the 2 sets of 3s I had to place earlier in this part. So it should look exactly like this so far. So now we're going to go ahead and work on this bottom area here. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and switch to the snow block. the white wool, the white concrete, and the light gray concrete powder. And we're also going to use stone. I forgot about that. Or no. Yeah, stone. We're going to use stone for this too. I forgot we were supposed to use stone too. So, it's only a very little bit of amount of stone, so it doesn't really matter. So, we're also going to use gray wool. I forgot about that too. Sorry, yeah. Let's go ahead and use the stone first. To finish stone off, we're going to go ahead and we're going to place a box of stone starting on the bottom left corner of the area, of course. So 1, 2, 1, 2, exactly like this. Go ahead and pause the video now if you just compare. And we're going to go all the way over to the opposite side of this area, and we're going to go ahead and fill this little gap here with the stone. So go ahead and do that. And that's all for the stone. So you can get rid of the stone. And we're going to use the gray wool. So now with the gray wool, we're going to go ahead and go to the box of stone we just made, and we're going to go from the left block of these two stones. So from here, we're going to be placing 3 gray wools going across or horizontal to the right. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And then let's go over to the right, and let's I misplaced this. So the stone is supposed to be right here, and then the gray wool is supposed to fill this end, and then place 2 blocks going up to the left. That's 1 and 2. So it should look like this. I got that mixed up. So now we're done with stone. So we can get rid of that. So now we're gonna go ahead and use the snow block. Now with the snow, we're gonna go over to the 2x2 stone that I had you make again. So starting on the bottom block on the right side. So from here, we're gonna be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1 and 2. So it should look like this. Now we're going to be using a placement block. So we're going to put a placement block to the right, 1 placement block to the right side of these 2 snows. So place them there. Switch back to the snow, and starting on the right side of this placement. So starting from there, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1 and 2. So that placement. Now switch to the white wool. Now the white wool, we're going to be placing starting on top of the left block of these 2. We're going to be placing 1 block on top. So that's 1. So 1 like that. Now we're going to switch back to our placement block, starting on the right side of these 2 snow blocks. So starting from here, we're placing 2 blocks going across to the right. So that's 1 and 2. So switching back to the snow block, starting on the right side of these 2 placements. So starting from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going across to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Now we're going to be switching back to the placement block, starting on the right side of the 2 snows that I had to place. Starting from here, we're going to be placing 1 placement block. So that's 1. Now we're going to go ahead and switch back to the white wool. So starting on top of the placement block we just placed, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going horizontal to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it should look like this. So we made a T shape. So now we're going to go ahead and continue the placement block by adding 1 extra placement block to the right side of that placement block that we just placed. So that's 1. Now we're going to switch to the snow block again. Now starting on the right side of these 2 placements, starting here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Should look like that. There we go. Placements. Now starting on the top of the right block of these 2 snows I had to place. So starting from here, we're going to be placing 1 block. That's 1. Now switch to the white wool. Starting on top of the snow we just placed, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Now we're going to go ahead and go to the 2 snow blocks I had to place. So from here, with the placement block, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1 and 2. So there's going to be a lot of 2 placements. So yeah. Switch back to the snow now. We're going to go ahead and place 3 snow blocks going horizontal to the right of these 2 placements that we just placed. That's 1, 2, and 3. So this will look like that. So that's a little bit different now. So now, starting on top of the left block of these 3 that we just placed, so starting here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Now, starting on the right block of these 2 snows, starting from here on top of the right block, we're going to be placing 1 white wool. So that's 1. We're going to switch to the white wool, and then switch back to the placement block. So starting on the right side of these 3 snows that you placed, so starting here, this is going to be different with the placements. So we're going to be placing 3 blocks going across to the right this time. That's 1, 2, 3. Or anyways, horizontal. So switch to the snow blocks. Starting on the right side of these 3 placements. So here, we're going to be placing 1 snow block. That's 1. So it should look like that. Now we're going to go ahead and get the placements now. And starting on top of these ones that we just placed, we're going to start on top of it, starting from here. We're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the left. That's 1 and 2. And starting on top of the right block of these 2 we just placed, so starting from here, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going horizontal to the left. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then switching to the white wool, starting on top of the right block of these 3 we just placed, so starting from here, we're going to be placing 1 block. So that's 1. So it should look like this. So now we're going to go ahead and switch the placement blocks, starting on the right side of this 1 block here. So starting from here, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going across to the right. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Switching to the snow block now, so starting on the right side of these 3 placements, starting from here, we're going to be placing 1 block going horizontal to the right. So that's 1. Let's get these placements. Now, from here, we're going to be placing a 2 by 2 box here going to the right. So that's 1, 2, and 1, 2, exactly like this so far. So now we're going to switch to the white wool. So on starting on top of the left block of these 2 here, these top 2 here. From here, with the white wool, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the left. That's 1 and 2. So it should look like this. Now we're going to switch to the placement block again. So starting on the right side of this 1 snow block we just placed. So starting from here, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And then switching to the snow block again, starting on the right side of these 4, starting from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1, 2. Now get rid of these. Now we're going to be placing, starting on top of the red block of these 2, starting from here, we're going to be placing 4 blocks going horizontal to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now starting on top of starting on top of the second and the third one that we just placed, starting from here. We're going to be placing 2 blocks going on top of these, so go ahead and do that. And then starting on top of the right block of these 2 we just placed, with the white wool, we're going to be placing 1 block on top. So that's 1. So it should look like this. Now we're going to switch to the placement block again, going to the 2 snow blocks we just placed. So from here, not the one up here, but the one here at the bottom, we're going to be placing 1 placement block. That's 1. Now switching to the snow. Starting on the right side of this placement, so from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. That's 1 and 2. So it's like this. Now we're going to go ahead and make a C. So the way we make a C is just by placing 2 snow here, right? And we have the backwards L shape like this, or the pointing down an L shape like that. So it should look exactly like this. Go ahead and pause the video here now if you need to, just to prepare, because I know that might have been confusing, but yeah, it is what it is. Alright, switching to the white wool now, starting on top of the left block of these 2 blocks we just placed. So from here, we're going to be placing 1 block on top, so that's 1. Now we're going to switch back to the placement block, so starting on the right side of the bottom 2 here on the C. So from here, we're going to be placing 1 block, so that's 1. Switching back to the snow, we're going to start on the right side. We're going to make a 1 block, a 2 by 2, except we're going to break the top right corner. So it should look exactly like this. So theoretically, it's a very little L. So now we're going to go ahead and switch to the white wool, so starting on top of the of this block right here that we just placed on the snow. Starting from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Now we're going to go ahead and switch to the placement block. Starting from the right side of these 2 snow blocks we just placed, so starting from here, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going across to the right. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Now switching to the snow block, we're going to start on the right side of this. So from here, we're going to be placing another L shape, just like this, except it's going to be the opposite side, and also a different angle, like this. Go ahead and pause the video now if you need to just compare. Now I'm going to go ahead and place a white wool on top of the left block of these 2. So place 1 there. Now we're going to use the placement block again, starting on the right side of this snow block here. Starting from there, we're going to be placing 1 placement block, that's 1. Now switch back to the snow, starting on the right side of this placement. From here, we're going to be placing 2 snow on the right. That's 1 and 2. Now with the white wool, we're going to switch to it. We're going to be placing a linked 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 1 and 2. So it should look like this. Now we're going to switch back to our placement, starting from the right side of these 2 snow blocks. So starting from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Now switching back to the snow, we're going to start on the right side of these 2 placements. Starting from here, we're going to be placing 2 blocks going horizontal to the right. So that's 1 and 2. And if you're doing everything correctly, it should be making contact with the stone here. It should look like this, the 2 snows anyways. And now on top of these 2 snow blocks, we're going to add 2 white walls on top of this 1, 2. So it should look exactly like this so far. So everything should look like this, by the way. Just a heads up. So now we're basically done with the snow block for this area. So we're gonna go ahead and put that away. Same with the white wool. But we do need the white concrete and the light gray concrete powder. We're also done with the gray wool. Put that away for right now. So now we're gonna go ahead and use the white concrete and the light gray concrete powder. Now, light gray concrete powder or just any powder acts like sand. So we're gonna have to put we're just gonna have to keep the white concrete here. So, starting with the white concrete, we're going to be placing 3 blocks going horizontal to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place 7 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now place 9 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or 9. Now we're placing 16 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right with the white concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the placement, head back over. Now placing 9 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Do that placement block, head back over. Now place 4 blocks going horizontal. 5 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, let's go ahead and use the light gray concrete powder. Now, the light gray concrete powder, you're gonna fill every space that's above the white concrete outline. So go ahead and fill these in with the light gray concrete powder, and then once we've done this, which shouldn't take too long, we're gonna use the white concrete and fill in what's underneath the white concrete outline with the white concrete. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm not gonna cut this out, considering it shouldn't take too long because they're very small areas. So yeah, but this part in particular was like pretty detailed, I will say. And yeah, so yeah, let's go ahead and fill this in with the white concrete, and we can move on. So now that we've done, so once you're done filling all of these areas in, it should look exactly like this. Now we're done with the white concrete and the light gray concrete powder for right now. So you can go ahead and get rid of those. And we're going to go ahead and move to this area. Now for this area, we're going to go ahead and switch to we're going to need the spruce. We're going to need all the wood planks here. So we're going to need the dark oak planks, spruce planks, the oak planks, the birch planks, and the sand block. But we don't need the snow, so that's the difference. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's start with the dark oak wood planks. And we're going to go ahead and move to the very top left corner of the area here. And we're going to go ahead and place a dark oak wood plank on the very top left corner of this entire area here. So that's 1 dark oak plank. And we're done with the dark oak plank for right there. But going over here, we're going to kind of trace the outline. So going from here, we're going to go from this area. So from here, on the right block of these 3, here we're going to be placing with the dark oak planks 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. That's 1 and 2. Now we're placing 2 blocks going down to the right. That's 1, 2. Now place 1 block going down to the right. That's 1. Now 4 sets of 2s going down to the right. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 4. That's 4 sets of 2s, and that finishes off the dark oak planks. Entirely, actually, or not yet. Actually, so yeah, that finishes the dark oak planks for this area. Now switching to spruce. Now with the spruce, we're going to go ahead and go over to the left side of this entire area. So starting from here, we're going to be placing what's going up here. So we're going to just trace the line here, just fill that entire area here. So now we're going to be placing 10 blocks going up to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to be placing 8 blocks going up to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8. Now 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to be placing a linked 7 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to be placing, let's see, we're going to be placing 7 blocks going horizontal. Oh no, 8. 8 blocks, starting from the second to last block of these 7. So from here, starting from there, place 8 blocks going horizontal to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to be placing 2 sets of 5s going horizontal. No, yeah, just 1 set of 5. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to be placing 2 sets of 4s. No, 3 sets of 4s going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 2 sets. Actually, no, it's 2 sets of 5s first, and then, yeah. And then 2 sets of 4s going horizontal on the lower level to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I can place it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. That's 2 sets of 4s. So theoretically, it would be 2 sets of 5s instead of 1 set of 5, and 2 sets of 4s going horizontal on the lower level. So now we're going to be placing 3 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3. I'll place 2 sets of 2s going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. 1 and 1, 2, 2. These. Now place 2 blocks going diagonal down to the right. So that's 1 and 2. Now we're just going to trace the rest of the outline here, going all the way down to the right. So it should look exactly like this. So now we're going to go ahead and fill this very tiny space here with these spruce wood planks real quick. And we're going to switch to the oak wood planks. Now with the oak wood planks, we're going to go over to the very left side of the not the pixel art, but the area here. So starting from here, next to the spruce planks, we're going to be placing 6 blocks going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to be placing a linked 10 blocks going up to the right. Actually, it's a linked 11. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we're going to be placing a linked 8, or a linked 9. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, going up to the right. So now we're going to fill this little area with the oak planks, and then starting from here, we're going to be placing 6 blocks going horizontal to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to be placing a linked or a connected 8 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 9 actually. It's not 8. So now we're going to go ahead and place 2 sets of 5s going horizontal on the lower level to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Now place 2 sets of 4s going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Now place 3 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now place 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. Now place another 2 blocks going horizontal on the lower level to the right. That's 1, 2. And the difference here is we're going to be placing a linked 2 sets of 2s going across on the lower level to the right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Now place 2 blocks going underneath this block right here. So that's 1 and 2. Now place a linked 3 blocks going down to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now place a linked 4 blocks going down to the right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place a linked 3 blocks going down to the right. And linked 2 sets of 3s going down to the right. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. So it should look exactly like this so far. Go ahead and pause the video now if you need to, just to compare. Now we're going to switch to the birch planks. Now with the birch planks, we're going to go ahead and start on the right side this time. So it's fair. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to the birch. So from here, we're going to be placing 2 sets of 2s going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Now place 3 blocks going up to the left. 1, 2, 3. Now place 2 sets of 2s going up to the left. That's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Now 1 block going up to the left. That's 1. Now 2 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2. Now we're placing a linked 3 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3. Now place a linked 4 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place a linked set of 2 sets of 5s going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 2 sets of 5s. A linked 2 sets of 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Now place a linked 2 sets of 6s going horizontal on the upper level to the left. A linked 2 sets of 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. Now we're going to be placing a linked 10 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now place only 5 blocks going horizontal on the upper level to the left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now start underneath the left block of these 5. So start from here. We're going to be placing. We're going to be placing 8 blocks, 9 blocks going down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 7, 8 actually. It's 9. Yeah, that's right. So now we're going to be placing what looks like 13 blocks going down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, 13. Now we're going to be placing 5 blocks going down underneath this next column. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll pop it back a bit so you can see everything should look exactly like this so far. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and time-lapse this or edit this out. So switching to the spruce planks, we're going to fill this area here in the top right. Fill this into spruce planks. And once you've done that, we're going to switch to sand. And with the sand, we're going to fill this entire empty space here with the sand block. And you've done again. This area spruce planks, this area sand block. Go ahead and do that now. When you're done filling them both in, it should look exactly like this. So now I'm going to go ahead and pause here and continue my Toad pixel art tutorial in the next part. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And we're going to go ahead and finish the bottom part in part 3, and we're going to do a few other things. So stay tuned for that. So remember to eat your greens, stay healthy, stay hydrated. You all know the drill by now. And peace.